You guys are so colorful over there. I like it. Yep, it works.
And we can hear Kelly.
That's great.
So sound is working whenever you're ready.
All right. We'll call the meeting to order, the Meramec Valley Historical Society, 4 p.m., June 14th. Present we have myself, Jeff Titter, Wayne Winchester, Bonnie Post, Dennis Oliver, Director O'Malley, Clerk Wilson. Donna Graham is out of town. Need to move on to approval of the minutes from our last meeting, May 10th. Is there any motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Motion made by Bonnie. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Wayne. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Public comments. We have nobody here. New business, small signs. Kelly?
As we talked about, I guess last September, we're gonna get those 4 individual signs in front. One that says museum, one that says visitor center, one that says children's museum, and one that says gift shop. You can kind of see what the drawing looks like. It would be red lettering on white. I've put out to at least 4 different sign companies, and I received 2 estimates back. One is actual lumber, and that quote comes back at $24.45. And if we get, it is 1/2-inch wood grain PVC, is $1426.84. However, he did say, I talked to him the other day, he can make it look more distressed, and it costs a little bit more to kind of give the feel of an older building. But the question is for you guys, do you want to go with actual lumber, or do you want to go with the wood grain PVC?
Well,
Dennis?
I look at it as the lumber would look more historical, but it's gonna rot and you're gonna have to replace it more often.
Right.
I think I'd be okay with PVC.
We agree.
Bonnie, do you have any
I
comments?
agree with the lumber.
Okay.
I'd say whatever lasts longer.
Right, exactly. I mean, and that's the thing, I mean, whatever lasts, and also, I mean, I think if he can make it distressed looking, I mean, I think that would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So that's
it's-
what I'll talk with them about. I'm still waiting on quotes. I've, like I said, I've got 2, but there's 2 other companies that haven't gotten back to me, and both of these were gonna quote on the opposite. One was gonna quote on the lumber, one was gonna quote on the PVC, so.
Do we want to make a motion to recommend the PVC for signage?
I'll make a motion to go with PVC for those small signs.
Motion made by Dennis, is there a second?
Second.
By Wayne, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Moving on to old business, Red Cedar update, Kelly?
We still don't have occupancy, but we are starting to move some stuff down in there. As soon as we can, we'll just keep moving forward. The first round of acrylics should be coming in Tuesday, so it'll take us 2 or 3 days to get those put up. And then hopefully the second round of acrylics will be in the following week.
Okay.
So we are moving.
Still no definite date on opening yet?
No, not until we get occupancy and a couple more things ordered and bought. We are in the process of ordering items for the souvenirs and for the gift shop as well, so.
Since we're talking about Red
Yes.
Cedar, Kelly, does everybody here know about the wall out front then? About what transpired with the shield and the mural?
That we're getting the mural and then the standoff shield.
The metal?
Yes.
Oh, what happened with that? How'd that happen?
We had an anonymous donor come and offer to put on the standoff shield.
Good.
And then, yeah, and it looks really sharp.
Yes.
And then tourism was okay with putting this mural that says Pacific Missouri on the back, and it's got like a picture of a gas station and a old car and the bluffs and Red Cedar. So it'll be a wonderful place for people to take pictures. At night, it is going to be lit behind, so you'll have that halo look. It's really cool, so.
Awesome.
And
Good.
that and the red cedar sign is still in production. I talked with Mr. Ziegler just yesterday, so he got behind on some orders, but we are in production, so he'll keep me posted.
Awesome.
Is there any other questions or reference Red Cedar? Comments? All right, if not, moving on to plaques. Is there any, I don't know, Bonnie or Dennis, do you have any update on plaques, or are we just waiting for the budget to be approved to move forward at that point?
I'm just waiting for the budget. You want to talk about that, or?
I have it's a layout of the old part of town from Janet Daniel that has the business, well, residents and business addresses and what they were at a certain point in time. But obviously, that's just capturing that point in time. What was decided about the budget for plaques? Alderman Lush?
Got all of it.
Got all of it?
It's in the budget, and the second reading is our next meeting.
What, the whole amount?
For
Yeah,
16,000, I think it was,
$16,000.
I think it was marked down to 16,000.
16 and then another 10 for your budget.
But the committee, yeah, the committee has a budget for, miscellaneous or what I figured we use for if we have any guest speakers or something, that we can use that, or any other, if we want to reprint some books or something like that to sell, or any other miscellaneous things, plus the 16,000 in there for plaques.
Okay.
Great.
So it's still in there as long as the aldermen don't,
One
which-
more meeting.
right, so.
And another one, maybe. Let's talk about an amended budget following this one.
Do you have any update on your side? Do you have any update on the plaque shed or anything?
No, I'm just
Okay.
waiting from you guys on the plaques, where we want to get them from, the places you want to do, and then who's going to help, like, kind of give a history of each of the buildings that we're working towards.
Okay. All right. I think you're still looking for volunteers.
Absolutely looking for volunteers to help, currently right now, just to help organize the obituary binders, the genealogy binders, helping us get into the system. We have not started the Past Perfect, so that will be a big project as well. We're looking for people who want to come and help put different things together, such as shelving units, some of the things in the children's room. So there's a lot of stuff that can be done, so we can take anybody of any talent whatsoever. And then if you're interested in helping once we open, let me know so we can kind of get you on. I can find out what kind of schedule you like, and we can get something set in stone.
And how many part-timers do you have? You still have 2?
I have 2.
Okay.
And then I have 2 more that we're hiring. One's going to be an on-call person, just kind of like if somebody's sick, or we need somebody to come in. We just don't have the hours for all those people.
Right.
And then we are looking for farm photos, anything from the 20th century. So anything from the 1900s, anything with crops or livestock in them. We've only found 4. So anything, we've got plenty of modern day farm pictures, but anything from 1900 to 2000, if you guys know of anybody, we'd love to see them.
It's specifically,
Farms, yes.
but farms
We love,
here still?
yes,
Not,
here. in
not just
Pacific.
any farm, right?
Correct, sorry.
That's all
I
right.
should be clear, in Pacific. So that we're working on a section in the interactives with farms, with the crops and the livestocks. And I know there was a lot of farming that had happened here. It's just trying to find it. We have not found any in the building so far, except for those 3 pictures, so.
All right. Any questions on the volunteers?
And if
And
you
what
want to
they're looking
volunteer Friday, you can help clean up Pacific from 8 to noon. Bonnie already signed up. So anybody else who's interested, that'd be great.
All right, awesome. Moving on to reports. Alderman Lush.
The aforementioned budget was the only thing related to it, so 16,000 for the plaques and 10,000 for the annual budget for history going forward.
Great. Any questions for Alderman Lush? Research, I don't have anything on research. You don't have anything? Okay. Director of Tourism, Kelly.
I think I've said everything so far, so just, we're working hard trying to keep stuff going. So if you, again, any crops or livestock farm photos from the 1900s, we'd love to have them.
All right, any questions for Kelly?
I do.
Yep.
The interview project, you said, how many
We
letters,
sent,
I guess,
so we
went out?
out of the 200 something names, we only had a little over 100 addresses. We've had about 11 of them returned. The addresses were incorrect, and we've only had 6 people say yes, and we've had 4 people say no. We've interviewed 2 already, and then we have 3 set up the last week of June.
Great. That's a nice start, at least.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Are we going to put Red Cedar photos on the website?
Yeah, it sounds bad, but yes, when we get to it, we just are out of time with everything that we're trying to make sure happens.
And I'm sorry, Bonnie, are you talking about the city website?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Is
you.
the city going to be redoing they talked about redoing their website. Are they redoing it or?
Tiffany has been tasked with that over, I don't know what her time schedule is, but it's,
I was told that we're gonna refresh the content
Gotcha.
before we send it over to the company to actually refresh the look.
Okay.
So I've been working on content. So if there's any type of content that you guys want, just make sure to get it to me.
Our meeting for today still showed 5 o'clock. So,
when do you anticipate having it finished with the content and then sending it over for the layout?
I've mainly been working on my department because I know what we want on there. I have not had sit-downs with the other departments yet to find out what they want their pages to be.
And I guess is that the process? You'll sit down with each department then? All right.
And
So
just kind of ask them what they would like to
Okay.
see. We take a lot of questions at the building department, so
Right.
I've been trying to create those guides and things like that. That's gonna be helpful, to the community. So, once we get to other departments, I expect them to probably have to start creating more content like that to put on their sites.
Kelly, can you answer the family research website? The one that was similar to Ancestry? Are you going to get it put on our laptop, I guess?
The person that was going to do that for us just passed away this past weekend. So that will be a little bit, we'll have to look into that again.
Okay. You said there's still shelves and things to be done for the genealogy room, but any idea when that might open?
No.
No.
I think whenever you probably have to move a lot of that stuff out to Red Cedar probably first before you can get genealogy.
We've been moving it. If you come up there right now, you can see the one room, we had put some new flooring in it. And then the other room, the carpet looked fine, so we were able to keep the carpet in there. We moved some of the bookshelves in there. We're still, again, going just through the genealogy binders and the obituary binders and making sure that if genealogy had an obituary, the obituary binder has it as well. And then there was no place that all the names were put, so we're listing all the names. So that way if you come up there, you can search. If you're looking for somebody specific, you'll be able to search the name and it'll help you find it. So we're through, I think, the C's right now on both. So we're doing the genealogy, we're doing the obituary binder first, and then we do the genealogy, and then we go back to it, so that way we make sure we have everything. It's a slow process, it's a long process, but it'll look really nice when it's done.
Thank you. The sign, this sign, what is the status of that one?
That's also the one that's in progress still,
Okay, so,
or in production.
Refresh my memory, what'd we decide to go with on that?
Red Cedar Inn.
And is it just a wood sign, or is it, it's not
No,
lighted
it's
or anything?
neon.
It is neon.
It does say N on it?
Yeah, it says that.
Oh,
Okay.
I think that's everything.
Okay.
So I got a couple questions, if you're all right. And I apologize if some of these are either not in your wheelhouse or B, already asked and answered in meetings before. Is it Dr. Udy? Is that right? where do we stand with the,
Collection management plan.
yes, the collection management plan?
I believe you guys passed
We
the
have
collection
passed it.
We
management.
passed it?
Yeah.
So,
I think there was some updating you need to do. You had to get some forms updated, I think, but. I
Oh,
think
they're
we-
all in there, yes.
Right, but I,
so do we need to have a work day or something where we go through the collection and make decisions on if it is to be or should be
that process
returned, or
is being done.
it is being done?
Yes.
Okay, all right,
Yes,
well, good deal,
yes, I've been helping with that process.
okay. All right, perfect, sounds good.
All right.
You know, I guess the one caveat, you know, do we need to put that out to people though that, hey, we now can accept on loan and things like that, to start letting people know, or do we want to put that out first before we open, or do we want to open and then make sure people are aware of that? Because hopefully we'll get more people interested in
Correct.
loaning or donating.
I think once we open, unless we're looking for something specific, so like Route 66 items, because we already know what the initial displays are gonna kind of look like. But then going forward, as we want to change stuff up, we'll want to find out cool loans and stuff.
Okay.
And I have been contacted by a couple people that are wanting to donate some items. They're just
Awesome.
getting the list of items they have together,
Awesome.
so.
Well, good.
Any other questions for Kelly? Under miscellaneous, I do want to mention that Janet Daniel, who has been a big part of this group for many, many, many years, unfortunately, her son passed away a few days ago, so we need to keep her and her family in our thoughts and prayers. Janet has always been out and about and getting items for us, and been a big part of this group for many years. So just keep her and her family in our thoughts and prayers. Is there any other thing under miscellaneous for anyone? Our next meeting is July 12th. Will anybody have any conflict with that?
I'll be
Yeah.
on vacation,
You'll be on vacation.
but that's okay. You don't need me.
You're not allowed.
What time is the July meeting?
I don't know, is there any conflict that day? Do we know?
I
on the city
prefer
council?
the 4 o'clock like we got today.
I will be out of
Because
town
I
as
play
well.
tennis on
You'll be-
Wednesday, so.
You
It's
wanna-
like, I'm like,
Do we want to skip the July meeting or push it later into the month?
That's the only week that I'm really out of town. Any other time during July, I can be around.
Or do we want to play it by ear? Because, you know, July, I would imagine you'll be getting closer, maybe not opening, but maybe we play it by ear that we have one at least definitely before there's any soft opening or anything for the museum. So we'll play the July meeting by ear and have a special meeting later on in the month when Kelly is back and Dennis is back, so. All right. If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make motion.
By Dennis, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Bonnie, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned, thank you.
So I sent 2 text messages. I sent a text message
24th?
to Bill McLaren